everyone, welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Detutu. If this is your first time of tuning in to my channel, here we share information about how to thrive as a foreigner in Europe. And as you can tell from the title of this video, we are going to be talking about the struggles of international students to complete their studies within the designated time frame. I'm going to talk about some of the points and reasons that international students are unable to complete their studies within the designated time frame and how to be able to mitigate this. The educational system in Germany is officially 2 years for a master's degree and 3 years for a bachelor's degree. There are instances where students register for the semester but do not take courses during this semester. I've said in my previous videos that as an international student, you are expected to renew your visa at certain periods of time. Sometimes it's 2 years, sometimes it's 1 year. One of the documents required for your visa extension on a student visa is a certificate that shows the courses you've completed in the past year. To prevent any drama or lies that you might potentially want to tell at the immigration office, try to take the courses in the semester. Otherwise, take a study break. This is a good thing and also a bad thing. When I talk about part of the reasons why you should study in Germany, I talk about the lack of tuition fees. Yes, you pay administrative fees, but these are affordable, right? So the lack of tuition fees is also a disadvantage in this case because international students think that it's not a lot of money, so I can afford to pay without actually being serious with my studies. Now, case in point, imagine if you have to pay 5,000 euros every semester to complete your studies. There is this motivation to want to complete your studies within the required time frame, right? But because you're paying like 200 to 500 euros every semester, you're lax. You're not really motivated to complete your studies within the time frame. And students tend to focus on other things that are not as important as their studies. The issue I have with this is the delay in the opportunities that would come your way as a graduate, either of a bachelor's degree or a master's degree. Opportunities like further education, to proceed to do a master's degree or to proceed to do a PhD or to do an MBA, as the case may be. Other opportunities could also be employment opportunities or the opportunity to be a freelancer. Time is money, and once it's lost, you cannot earn it back. You can already create a plan before you begin your studies or before the semester starts or before the session starts to kind of outline the courses that you'd like to take in a particular semester or in a particular year. That way you can follow through with it. As much as the tuition fee is non-existent, you're still paying money for something. Why not make use of the services you would get, which is the lectures you'd attend, the assignments you'd get, and the knowledge you'd get from paying this affordable amount every semester. Most international students self-sponsor their own education. This can be stressful because studying on its own is a full-time job. Now add a part-time job on top of that, add other responsibilities, other commitments that international students or students might have. It's a lot. And in the end, you realize you do not have a lot of time left. As a result of this, students tend to focus more on how to sponsor themselves, which means taking up more hours at work. In situations like this, your studies would suffer for it. International students, you need to understand that scholarships are readily available to you. You only need to search for them, ask questions, and apply to them before the deadline. Check out the website daad.de. I'm going to put it on the screen and down in the description box below for scholarships that you can apply to ease the financial burden of sponsoring yourself during your studies. One other reason students tend to graduate later than expected is as a result of limited courses that are available per time. So in some universities or in some programs, some courses are only available once per year. So that means it's only available in the summer semester or only available in the winter semester. And sometimes students tend to fail some of these exams. Not everyone passes the exams the first time. Okay, that being said, some universities offer you the opportunity to rewrite this exam at the beginning of the following semester, whilst others will tell you you have to wait till the following year when that course is available. So if you fail this exam in summer, you have to wait till next summer to write it again. This is not in favor of students, and this is another reason why students take so long to complete their studies in Germany. One thing I would recommend is to look at alternatives. An alternative would be applying for an exchange semester or an exchange year at a partner university, where you can take an alternative course that is closely similar to the course that is being offered at a university. That way you're still able to complete your studies within the required time frame, and as well get an Erasmus scholarship with it. Uncertainty is something else that students worry about, and this is also something I personally also worried about towards the end of my studies. You have questions like, when will I get a job? What kind of job would I get? How soon will I get a job? What kind of job should I be applying to? Do I have the required German skills to apply to this job? How do I prepare for an interview? And so much more. As humans, we have no control over the future. What we have control over is now, the time we have now. So we have to make efficient use of it by, for example, trying to apply to jobs about 6 or 7 months before your anticipated graduation date. If you're in the middle of your studies and your graduation date is still a long time into the future, try to look for an internship or a working student position, or volunteer in a company that you see yourself working in the future, or in a field that you see yourself working in the future. That way you're able to gain experience and have some idea, and also decide if this is something you want to do long term or you want to consider other alternatives. International students find it very difficult to ask for help because they feel they'll be judged, or they'll be seen as less of human being or less of someone who is smart. Everybody, and when I say everybody, I mean everybody, has at one point in their life asked for help or requested for assistance in whatever capacity. It does not matter. If you have issues with your courses, speak with your friends to help you with it. Speak with the teaching assistant, speak with your professor. Okay, there are speaking hours every week for each professor at any university. Make use of that time. If you need clarifications about stuff, aside from, of course, self-study, create a study group. Okay, speak with your friends who you think know more about this certain topic, more about this subject than you, to help you with it. If you're feeling overwhelmed with school, you're feeling overwhelmed with family, schools have counseling services available to students. Make use of it. You're not paying anything for it. Your mental health is very important, and you need to take responsibility for it. In the end, what is important is not how long it took you to complete your studies, but how well you performed. I wish you the very best. See you in my next video. Take care of yourselves. Bye.